What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review. Girl, I'm trying to test out this mount that I just got for my phone and see how it works. Let me know. I gotta look at it and see if it's a little crooked or whatever. But it should be good. Y'all can see me, y'all can hear me, okay? But anyway, we are back again for another episode review of The Haves and the Have Nots. This is season 8, episode 4, The Appointment. Okay, so we get into the episode, and of course, it picks up where it left off last week with Hannah and Jim. Okay, listen, because it's getting on my nerves. Listen, Jim is over and it's done with, okay? I'm scared for Hannah. I don't know if, she got the Holy Ghost on her side. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if that's going to be enough to protect her against Jim, because now Jim is in a way. When money is involved in stuff, and it comes down to the last drop, to the last dime, somebody else controlling it, I really, really need it. It's like people turn into little crack fiends, just like his goddamn son. That's what he about to do, okay? Because at this point, his ego is all the way bruised. Like, how dare my motherfucking wife go ahead and give power of attorney of her money to the goddamn maid? The maid, bitch. That's how he feel. Ain't nobody, the maid don't deserve respect. Probably because she a black woman, but the maid don't deserve respect. He look his nose down on people that have blue collar, is it blue collar or working jobs? Just not of money and all that stuff. He don't respect nobody. He barely respects himself, to be quite honest. But anyway, so he pissed off. He talking about something. He finna go down there to see Catherine. Okay, listen, I'm finna square this stuff up right now. How dare she give her power of attorney? Why would she do some stuff like that? Okay, knowing damn well what's going on and all this shit. So he finna go down there. Mind you, he has pain pills up in his body. Okay, so he high from that. Plus he got alcohol. So you mean to tell me you finna go ahead and drive the car? Meanwhile, David was trying to be the reasonable adult in the room and tell him to sit his butt down. Sit down, okay? We'll take care of this in the morning. He was like, "No, David, you go down there to Vinnie's and you go check on that situation, because they trying to figure out whether or not Vinnie and the Malone family really said that Candace and Vinnie cannot be touched, because that's what Mitch told what's his face told Jim. All right. Meanwhile, Jim goes down there to the he just so happens to make it to the police station, unharmed and safely. And I'm sitting here looking at Jim like, boy, you are really acting like you just need to itch, okay? That's what I just really wanted him to go like this while he was talking to Catherine, okay? Because he was acting like a freaking crackhead, telling her what she needs to do. They go get Catherine out the jail cell, and she sitting here like, let me guess, you found out that Hannah is my power of attorney, and that's what's going on with you. You a little bit in your feelings about that. That's what's happening. Catherine, you can't. How can you give your stuff to the maid? If something go down, she's gonna try to play you. She's gonna try to do this. She's gonna try to do that. Girl, Catherine sitting there smooth as a cucumber, like, keep talking, keep talking. You're doing all of this because you ain't got none of this. All right, I said, oh, and that's what was going on with them. Okay, Ooh, excuse me, but she said, do you feel a type of way because of the simple fact that now you have to ask Hannah for money? Oh, I'm gonna get Marty down here. Marty is no longer my attorney, so you can't force anything. He was trying to get Catherine to force her hand to change the power of attorney to him. And I said, see, Jim, this is a lesson as to why you have to be nice to people. And then not necessarily nice, but teach people respect people. Okay, that's what you have to do. You give people respect, and you will see that you will get good things coming back to you, and people actually want to work with you and want to hear your plight, hear your issues, whatever, and be 100% on your side. Now, had you been a good husband to Catherine and wasn't trying to play her from the beginning when y'all first got together and fucking all these hoes and all this stuff, you know, Catherine wouldn't have to go this route. You know what I'm saying? But no, you pushed her hand. She sees who's in her corner, and that is Miss Hannah, okay? That's who's in her corner. Now you gotta suck it, because now you want to get Marty down here to try and change stuff. That ain't gonna work, because Marty don't work for her no more, all right? And so we move on to David going over there to Vinnie's bar at the Iron Bone, and he's trying to get up in there. And of course, here goes Sandy, little bitch ass. Sandy, listen, David ain't scared of you. You more scared of him than he's scared of you. Okay? You gotta stalk women and be possessive over them to assert your power. Okay? Or whatever power you think you have. But anyway, so he trying to tell David, you know, get the hell up out of here and all this shit. Woo woo woo. David like, I need to see Vinnie. I need to see Vinnie, I should say. And it was like, he know what I'm here for. He knows me. It was like, boy, if you don't get the hell. I said, wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, what? What's going on? And Vinnie popped up and was like, listen, okay, we can talk. You know, this David. He know Jim. And he asked him what's going on with Jim. He was like, yeah, because I heard the nigga got shot. That's what's going on with him. He got shot. And so at this point, they go downstairs, they talking, and David is irritating me at this point. I'm irritated just like Vinnie is irritated. Why are we asking all these questions, okay? This is not 50 Cent 21 question. If I ask you 21 questions. No, this is not that. This is not that. I was with Vinnie when Vinnie said, come on now, listen. You know me for how long? You know how I am? Stop beating around the bush and tell me what it is that you want, okay? Hey, what about your nephew? You know, Mitch. He was like, listen, I got a whole bunch of nephews. The tall one. Oh, you talking about Mitch? Yeah, what about him? So, you know, he said that Candace Young did a little thing for y'all. Yeah, she she in my good graces or whatever. I owe her a couple of favors or two. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, okay, cool. But what I'm really here for is because he said that Benny and her brother and Candace can't be touched by the Malone family. And he said, so wait a minute, you questioning my family now? You questioning my family? Girl, I was sitting here like, ooh, play it cool. Don't trap him up, because I was about to say, Mitch about to get fronted out. And in front of David or whatever. But Vinnie said, first of all, don't question my family and just let that shit go, and you can get the hell up out of here. So basically, he tried to confirm it, even though he didn't know. This is the second time he is being presented with this question or something like this. The first time was in front of Mama Malone, Mama Rose. Okay? And so at this point, when David leaves, he said, Mitch, get Mitch on the phone to get his ass down here. That's what you need to do. I said, oh shit, Mitch about to be in trouble. Meanwhile, when Vinnie goes back, not Vinnie, Jim goes back home, okay? And we got the two accounting dudes on the steps, okay? And I'm just sitting here like, y'all just don't take no time off. What y'all trying to do? Y'all still trying to scheme and scam? No. Jim had called them down there trying to figure out what's going on with this power of attorney, trying to get some money. Can he get this loan? Can he sign off for this or whatever? And because of the predicament that Jim finds himself in, he can't sign off on the loan because he needs the co-signer, and Hannah has to be the one that signed, okay? And so he pissed off because of that. You know, now he's reduced to trying to get help from the maid, as he say. And so he pissed off and he told them to leave. I said, and they just look so weird, all right? They look so weird, and I don't know what it is about them. They look so stuffy and so uptight, and I'm like, ooh, relax your shoulders. Come down a little bit. Chill. Lay back in the cut, bruh. That's what they need to do, okay? But anyway, moving on from that, we get, let me just get this Candace situation out, because that's basically what, you know, the Candace situation is. Mitch and Candace, you know, they have a little conversation. He complimented her saying, oh, you look good today. You're being nice. And, Your skin is glowing. She knows that she's pregnant. She knows she's pregnant at this point. That's why she hasn't taken that test yet. But they was waiting on Benny. They come out. Benny come out the bathroom. Mitch is cracking on him about, this what took so long for you to put on this Bakes shit that you got on. But, they wind up making up. And so they get ready to go down because they finna go out and eat or whatever. And so when they get ready to leave, it's Landon at the door. Okay? Landon at the door, and so, he wants to talk to Candace, and he eventually do with Vinnie and Mitch, standing at the elevator, and basically was trying to convince her to come back to the president, and you ain't tell him that you're pregnant. And he was like, wait a minute. Candace was like, wait a minute, what you talking about? He said, I know about the pregnancy test. Wait a minute, how did you know about that? It was like, you afraid that did he say you're afraid that the president gonna tell you to keep it, or that you don't want to keep it, or something like that? Either way, Landon knows the tea, okay? And Candace is over him. That's it. Since we own the president stuff, let me get this little thing out. Oliver in this little storyline, I don't know where it's going, but it's not going anywhere. Oliver gonna wind up getting himself shot by Secret Service, okay? Because he is irritating as hell, and he is showing how dumb he is, all right? How are you trying to hook up the president elect with somebody that he's already ran through and proving that all he wants or could get out of her is sex at this moment, and that's it? He don't want nobody else. But you see how he acts when it comes to Candace, and yet you're still acting and trying to do stuff to benefit yourself. And so at this point, hmm hmm okay, but anyway, I'm don't worry about that. I was checking something. I know y'all was like, what is she doing? Don't worry about that. I had got this little light to go with it, and I had forgot to put it on, but I was just trying to see what the difference in the light is, So next time I do a video, I put that on there. But anyway, he trying to get Gretchen down there. Mind you, Gretchen was there before, and this the one that was like, you kept on calling me Candace in sleep, and Candace when we was having sex or whatever. Obviously, this is who you want to be with. And so at this point, Gretchen is at the bar, and or at a restaurant or whatever, having drinks by herself, and Oliver calling, trying to get her to come down, and she like, he don't want me, so why should I come down there? He is in love with that Candace girl. Damn it, what is it about her? What does she have? She said, whatever she have, I don't have, okay? Whatever she got, I don't have, and that's just it. And then, he was like, just come on down either way, because she already said that she was going to get kicked out. He was like, well, just try, okay? And I'm sitting here like, Oliver, what is your problem? So basically, Gretchen comes from money. Oliver comes from money. They both have powerful families. I guess they probably grew up together. He wants their family to come together and, to rule and have a lot of power. Girl, and I'm sitting here like, what in the... Show him that he can run a business and all that stuff. And I said, you are failing at that, Oliver, okay? I don't know what you're doing or what you think you're doing, but you failing at it, boo-boo. This storyline I can do without. Like, you can cut it, okay? Oliver is not that important. The accounting shit, you can cut that too. I don't care about that either. I'm just saying. Meanwhile, with that happening, we got Jeffrey and Kobe and goddamn Madison. So Madison is in the bed asleep. Kobe comes in and gets in the bed with him. All right. They going over they little... Madison knows it's Kobe. This is their little routine. He's trying to tell him you need to get up, you need to go, okay, because he's really into Jeffrey. They ain't finna do nothing. Oh, you holding a whole bunch of stuff against me. It was one little mistake. I guess he cheated multiple times, and, whatever, that little interaction. And, of course, while they are... canoodling and catching up, Jeffrey of course walks in, all right, and he's taken aback a little bit, but Madison has clearly got this big smile on his face to show him and to calm him down, like ain't nothing going on, bro. But he kind of knows how Kobe is, and Madison is about to get ready to go to work. And he told him to stay here with Kobe if he needs to. I just want you to stay with Kobe. You can chill out at the apartment, because Jeffrey at this point is concerned about his mama, all right, and what's she gonna do. And I'm like, well, you know, your mama crazy as hell, so just be on the just be on guard. That's all you need to do. Be on guard. And so, you know, Madison get ready to leave or whatever, and if I say whatever one more time, Madison get ready to leave. Jeffrey out there with Kobe. And, you know, oh, we also found out, you know, Madison knows about Kobe being a little hoe, okay, an escort, a little trick. And, you know, he found out that one of his tricks or whatever hurt him. And he was just telling him, I need you to get about this business. And he was like, he likes it. So that's that. So, meanwhile, Tanner is over there at Jeffrey's house. I mean, Justin's house. Okay, he's still there. And last week's episode, Veronica had told Mr. Assassin dude to get some information on Tanner. And so while he over there talking to Justin, he like, you sure old boy came over here to you and he did all this or whatever? And he talking about Jeffrey at first, you know, and I think he tried to make it seem like Jeffrey was the one that whooped his ass, okay? And so, you know, he was like, when he called the second boy, he did that because he needed somebody to talk to and all this stuff and woo, 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 blah, blah, blah. And while they in the midst of talking, somebody knocks at the door. It's Mr. Assassin Man. Okay, he was like, did you bring him over here? Now Tanner is on guard. Okay, he is on alert. He like every dude that comes to Justin's house, he thinks that he got to question whether or not he's doing something perverted with him, you know. And so it's dude, and he was like, no, my client wants you. Put your number in the phone. My client is Veronica Harrington. And then, you know, of course, hearing that name, Justin is like, oh no, that is nothing but trouble. You don't want to mess with her. She is crazy. It is so crazy and funny how when we first met Justin, he was all big and bad, Mr. Cop, man, I can do this and I can do that. I'm not scared of nobody. And even when he lost his job, he was still acting like that somewhat, especially to Veronica, okay? And now, how things have changed. Look how, you know, he did get pounded in jail. So maybe that's what turned his tune, okay? I don't know, because now he's all meek and scared and everything and a little bitch like, you know. So, hey, it is what it is with Justin. You know, he was scared trying to tell Tanner, you don't need to come down there. You don't need to go over there and talk to her. Don't do that. Don't do that. Boo, boo, boo. And so Tanner was like, maybe this you trying to hide something. Maybe she gonna tell me something that you ain't been telling me. And so he put the number in the phone and he was like, okay, she gonna call you with the address or send the address or whatever. And that's exactly what happened. And so at this point, Tanner hooked that stuff up with Veronica, you know, and Justin looking like, oh shit. He said, when I get down there, you better hope that it ain't nothing else that I need to find out, because if it is, I'll beat your ass myself again. Or he said, I'll kill you myself or something like that. I said, oh, so much for brotherly love. Where is the brotherly love, okay? Love that brother. But moving on from that, that's what was going on with that storyline. I'm actually looking forward to seeing that. For some reason, to see on the preview when Veronica gave him the envelope, the folder full of all the information, baby, Tanner didn't look too pleased, okay? You know, moving on from that, it was another storyline that I missed. God damn, let me fast forward. I'm sorry. Or did I get everything? Benny, yup. Catherine, that's what I wanted to get to. Girl, I almost forgot Queen B. Okay, Catherine up in jail, you know, after she come back from looking at, playing around with Jim's butt. Not like that, but just playing around with his his bullshit. Okay, she come back to the cell or whatever, and then it's this new girl coming up in there, and she crying. I just wanted to see my kids. I said, girl, why your kids got taken? Me and Catherine sitting there like, girl, why your kids got taken away from you? What's going on right there? Okay. And so at this point, you know, that one prisoner, that keep on talking to Catherine, you know, trying to get her to be on her side and I can look out for you. Soon as she heard that girl come around that corner crying and she came up in that cell, she said, "Shut up, bitch." It took me out for some reason. It was just the way that she said it. "Shut up, bitch." It was so white, but it was so funny. But she meant that shit. It came from her heart. Okay, shut up, bitch. But anyway, moving on from that, Catherine goes over there and all of a sudden it's like Catherine Billy badass up in prison, like she the one that everybody talk to, like she coming up to the newbies, you know, granted she was just a newbie a couple of days ago herself, and all of a sudden she acting like she run that prison. She like, "Listen, what's going on, sweetie? Okay, why you up here crying? Don't let none of them scare you and fool you up in here like that." And she was like, "I just want my kids." "Where's your kids?" "My kids are with their daddy. He got custody." "Why he got custody? What did you do? If you a fit mom as you say that you are, what did you do? What's going on?" He's a powerful developer and he's in cahoots with the police department and he got them to take my kids away from me and put me up in jail. And I'm sitting here like, what's going on in the midst of this? Because did they say that you was on drugs or something to get you thrown in jail? I don't understand why they had your kids taken away. I mean, that's one thing to have the kids taken away, but why they threw you in jail? That's what we trying to get to the bottom of. She never told us that part, but she did say that well, this probably is the reason why, to cover up what he did. She said his name is Patrick McWallace. I think that's what his name was. And she had called him molesting her girls. I said, oh, you know, it wouldn't be a Tyler Perry show if that wasn't put up in there. Listen, go back and look at all the Tyler Perry stuff. It's about us all, okay? The movies, the plays, the TV shows. It's gonna pop up. It's gonna pop up at one place or another. It's gonna pop up, okay? But of course, that turned my stomach. Of course, that turned Catherine's stomach. And, you know, she was like, bad bitch status. "I may be up in here, but I'm still going to be able to get you some help or whatever." And she was like, "You can help me for real?" She was like, "Hell yeah. Okay, I know your husband. He the one that built my goddamn hotel." And it was like, oh, you people. She said, don't say no shit like that, because just because we all get money don't mean that we all bad people like that. You know, people can get away with shit, but this motherfucker ain't finna get away with it. Go ahead, bring your ass. I was like, all right, Catherine. And so that's what went down with Miss Catherine. And then at the end of the episode, let me fast forward and see if I'm missing anything. At the end of the episode, what's his face? Jim, you know, he goes over there to Catherine's house because it's not his house. And Hannah was up in there getting ready for bed. I said, "Oh, so Hannah, you finna be living here now too?" Hannah, I would have went home. I don't know if she just took a shower to change or whatever, or she just staying there for real, for real. I don't know what it was. I would have went back to my place because I wouldn't trust these people, okay? And, you know, Jim already got it out for Benny because Benny got the money and Candace got the money too. He know Benny got a little bit of something of it. But at the same time, you know, Hannah up there just getting ready like it's a regular old night. I said, "Girl, after all this stuff that just happened, you really just gonna sleep up in this house?" She said, "Yes, and what about it?" I said, "Oh, okay, you do what you gotta do." Meanwhile, she come up out the bathroom trying to put her PJ shirt on or whatever, and Jim ass sitting in the chair. Cause Jim finna try to make her sign over the power of attorney. And Hannah ain't gonna do it. Okay, Hannah ain't gonna do it. You can threaten her whole family. Bitch, you threatened the family once before and she still didn't do it. So, you know, girl, ain't nobody stunned Jim at this point. Jim is a joke, okay? But meanwhile, that was the haves and the have-nots. If I missed anything, y'all put it down in the comments because I feel like I did, but I feel like I didn't. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel about it, and I will see y'all on Thursday for a new What It Is video. Peace.